Good morning, we're at Springvale Fisheries and we're on Duchess Lake. It's the James Moore lads again on a Saturday morning. It's a beautiful morning, absolutely gorgeous, 23 degrees, lovely blue sky, sunshine. And I've drew peg 6, which is towards the middle of the lake. I've got middle of the islands, I've got corner of the island chuck. There's people opposite as well, so I've got a method feeder line set up towards the island. But I've set up rigs for silverfish today. I've got my pace lines up, but I've got top 2+2 maggot and caster line to feed by hand, hopefully. Then I've got an 11-metre line for casters and ground bait. Hopefully I'm going to catch some silvers if the carp don't feed. The last couple of days the weights have been down a little bit and I think the carp have been spawning and there's signs that they've spawned, but whether they're going to feed properly today or not, we're not quite sure. But I'll keep an eye on that. I've got a shallow rig set up, there's quite a few on the top as well. I'm going to feed heavy with catapult and pot in ground bait and casters and maggots. So let's hope we have a good day. I'm looking forward to it. Speak to you in a bit. It's an hide actually. No, skimmer, I think, or an hide. Ream definitely worth catching when they're like that. Right, so it's 1 hour in. I've had 8 hide, 1 bream, 1 roach, 10 fish. Going back on the feeder line now, refed the pole line, it's gone a bit quiet. I've only seen 2 or 3 carp caught in the first hour. So it's quiet, very hot. Carp cruising around on the surface, but they're not feeding anything. Nobody's even catching them mugging. So we can get a couple of carp on the feeder. A couple, but they were fishing mid-water halfway out. They weren't anywhere near the feeder. So just let them settle a little bit, and the fish will come back onto it again. Wow, it's fighting hard. Good grief. How hard this little carp fight? For £2. Proper bream. Nice one of this size. Bream. Yeah, it's nearly as big as that carp head. Look at that. Look at that. Right, so we are 2 hours in. I think you'll have 11 eyed, little roach, 2 bream, and 1 little carp. The second hour, I've probably spent most of the time on the feeder and had 1 carp and 1 bream. So it's been a bit slow, but I did drop onto the pole line and had 3 quick eyed, then it went quiet again. I think you catch a few, then they're gone again. So I'm now feeding her 2 pole lines, which a maggot top 2 and 2. Fine. And then I'm feeding casters on the 11 metre line over the ground bait upper in. I'm trying to rotate round and keep catching fish, hopefully. No great shakes, not a lot of carp being caught. Sean Hanrahan has had 2 or 3 carp on the feeder. That's only my second proper carp pull round. It's doing its best to climb out the net, but it's in. It's only a little one. Another 2-pounder. Maybe 3. Lancaster shallow now. Shallow now. Not what I was after. Nice big roach. Another big roach, that one. Double red this time. A nice one of this size. Nice one like that. It's another big roach. Proper roach and all. Look at that thing. Ten more then, it catches up with that carp that Mr. Anran just caught. Trevor Tench. Baby Tench. Right, so it's nearly 1:45, so 2¼ hours left. I've been catching close on the maggot line, you know, had some nice silvers and some nice roach, a few eyed. Not sure what to do next. It's I've got 2 carp in the net. I've gone back on the feeder line and to see if there's anything around the island at the moment. I'm going to refeed my pace lines and have another go on those, I think, next. And to see if we can pick up any decent carp. You get a few silvers on the line and then it drops off again. It disappears. The fish either spook away or maybe a carp comes in and mooches around him and then pushes the silverfish out, even though the carp really aren't feeding. It's just odd, really odd carp being caught at the moment. But we've got 2 hours left, so see if we can get some decent fish. Yeah, anyway, very welcome. £4 maybe? Not monster, but in. So he buys Tetley tea bags, so he's from Yorkshire, is what you're saying? Oh. They're hard fighting fish. Trying to get the fish low, but it keeps coming up in the water, wallowing on the top, so it's fighting even harder. Didn't like that. Got it that time. Nice fish. bream. Oh no, it's not, it is an hide. Yeah, there is some, this is another one that's over a pound. Taking no chances with that one. They're very slippery like bars of soap. Right, so it's 3 o'clock. We have 1 hour to go. Just odd fish being caught, really. There's nobody really bagging up or anything. Trying the pace lines again now. Ryan and Nobby just had a carp each. To my left. We'll find the margin line soon that I've fed. I hooked a fish on the pace line on the right hand side. I'm not sure what hooked it is, it's gone right out. It feels like a decent fish, yeah, definitely. Going down the margins with a full-size worm to the 2 areas that I've fed. See if we can get anything in the last hour. We'll see if that produces anything. Yeah, so we're into the last half an hour now. I think there's about 25 minutes left. I've not had any fish in the last half an hour. Not had any bites, really. There's nothing in the margins. I'm just rotating around my lines again, trying to pick the odd fish up if I can. Right, so that's the end of the match. I didn't get any fish in the last hour down the margins, and anyway, nothing. So very bad last hour. I've had 5 carp and a load of silvers. No idea of my weight, not really. Let's get back to weigh and we're going to see who's won.
Who you done? Yeah. Who you done? You haven't done Alan. Fuck Alan, I'm not bothered about him, he gave me 29.1.
It's a lovely catch.
Oh, sorry. I always forget. Yeah. Nearly 40 pounds then. 40 pounds. Yeah. Give me focus on. Using that. Wait, it's down. Andy,
had some down there.
Put your hand where your mouth is. Put your hand where your mouth is. 1 punch each. I'll bet you.
Yeah, there's 200 pounds. There's 200 pounds there.
Me first. He's beat me. Fucking who's beat me? When you're inside, you can £4 in hey, put sides here.
Away, away. They'll not be as smart as us though, will they?
No, they're not.
Let me just make sure I get you for the footage.
Don't come on a Saturday, I'm all us here on a Saturday.
What? 65. Who is it? It's 58, 2 we want.
Need what? 39, 38.
6 pounds they had been done. Oh, who is it?
I'm going to show that one of me on big screen.
38, 10.
48. Yeah. You got it?
38, 5. Who is it? This is winner here. Told you, pissed it.
Hey Dave, come a bit closer.
Oh my God. Can I hold it?
Hello again. So we've got the results in from yesterday's match in the glorious sunshine at Springvale on Duchess Lake. And we'll go with the section winners first. The first section winner was Gary Scummerscales with £42.15 from Peg 2. Just pipping Brian Cox, who had £41.3. Both pitched great matches and it was tight to the very end. Second section winner was myself with £35.15 from Peg 6. Just pipping Sean Hanran in the next peg, who had £35.2. So I was a good battle there again, Sean. Third section winner was Sean Green. Again, he seems to get a section every week. He had £50 1 ounce fishing the pellet waggler from Peg 17. And he just edged out Gary Butcher, who did similar tactics. The last section winner was Billy Harrison from Peg 22 with £35 5 ounce. So well done to the section winners. On to the top 3 then. So we have Steve Arapsky from Peg 18. He had £57 8 ounce. So another great performance from Steve. Second was Roger, who's in superb form all year, fishing worm and caster. He had £63 1 ounce from Peg 8 and caught eyed pretty much steadily all day. Nothing too frantic, just nicely picked him off. It was a good performance. But the winner, Mr. Dave Linneman from Peg 20, was £71 2 ounce on chop worm and caster. And he pretty much fished a short line to start with, went a bit further out, chased them out, and then he caught steadily all day as well. I think he had about 3 carp, but all the rest were silvers. So it was a good match yesterday in glorious sunshine. Not the weights that you would expect this time of year, but the fish have just finished spawning this week. So I think the carp that were in the lake were pretty much full of all the eggs that they've been eating. So they didn't really feed that well. But it really was a good match. It's a lovely place to go. Sue Bloom and the team really make it a great place to go and fish. And highly recommend it if you want to go any pleasure fishing. Just give them a ring and let them know. And there's lots of matches on there. I mean, there was 2 matches on our lake as well. So it made it a bit tight, but there was lots of fishing there. I think learning point for me, I mean, I came 8th overall as well as in my section, which I was pleased with on a lake I've never fished before. I set up quite a lot of tackle and lots of different options just for, you know, to experience the lake in all different ways. But I knew about chop worm and caster, but I didn't take enough worms with it. I only took enough worms for hook baits really, and fed heavily with caster and ground bait. I had 60, 70 fish yesterday, but a lot of them were very small, and I think the ground bait probably didn't help that. So I think learning point for me, if I went again, I wouldn't bother with the ground bait. I'd take a few more worms and a chop worm and caster for the silverfish, so have a nailed on worm and caster line just for silvers. I'd probably still fish the pace lines and still fish my margin lines later on. I did differ fish in the margins. There were 1 or 2 came in, and I think on another day, another week when they weren't spawning, I think I probably would have had a few from down there. There was 1 or 2 caught from the margins around the lake, but I didn't get any. For the last hour, it was a no-go for me. But I thoroughly enjoyed the match. It was a great fun out with the lads again. Hope you've enjoyed the video again. Please click the like and subscribe button and share the video around. And we'll finish with a few highlights in the sunshine this week. But beats all the rain we've had recently. But thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now. I missed that. Double red this time. Wow, it's fighting hard. Yeah, it's nearly as big as that carp head. Look at that. Look at that.
Good old knots man in between two Yorkshire lads here, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's going to get a pounding in a minute.